This is the 6 p.m. City Council meeting of November 21st, 2017. Please note all council members are present. However, Councilmember Lopez has requested from us to be excused for tonight, and Councilmember Nadolski is coming in electronically. Say hello.
Hello, everybody. Thank you again.
All right, first up on the agenda is approval of minutes. We have the joint work session of August 29th, 2017. Councilmember Nadolski.
Thank you, Chair White. I've reviewed those minutes and found them to be accurate.
And the Board of Canvass meeting of August 29th, 2017. Councilmember Garner.
Yes, Chair White, I've reviewed those minutes and found them to be correct. And I'll make a motion that we adopt these minutes.
I second it.
We have a motion by Councilmember Garner, second by Councilmember Stevens to adopt the approval of minutes. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Those pass. We have a couple of items under our common consent. The first one is the annual action plan amendment number 1, and the fiscal year 2000. I guess they're both setting the public hearing. Sorry, and the fiscal year 2018 budget amendment. Both of these are setting the public hearing for December 5th, 2017. This is a voice vote.
Chair White, I'll make a motion that we adopt both items under common consent.
Thank you.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilmember Garner, second by Councilmember Blair to
Set the public
hearing for December 5th. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I guess it always is good to have a motion first. And next on the agenda is reports from administration.
Mayor Brown will be covering this issue.
Chair White, members of the council, the item before you is a request for a resolution from the council to support the administration's application of a grant from the Indigent Defense Commission. And as we spoke at the work session, the grant funding is through the state legislature to aid local governments with justice courts, with a public defender system to improve those systems. And the city has identified 2 areas which we'd like to apply for that funding, and one is to update the software that is used and to provide access to that Justware software to the public defenders. This will enable them to be prepared earlier and more thoroughly to represent the indigent defendants. The second grant request will be for funds to provide for a training, a special unique training for the public defenders, and we will be moving forward with that as a second grant application. We also plan to offer that training regionally to other public defense attorneys and not just Ogden cities, and so we'll be providing a regional benefit with that grant. Those are the 2 before you, and it is a state law requirement that we do get the legislative body approval before we can apply for these grants. So are there any questions on that?
I have a question, Chair White. I'm wondering how big the pool is of public defenders and how they rotate in and out, and which would maybe necessitate this training.
Sure.
How ongoing is it, or is it you just train them all once and you're done for a while?
That's a good question, and right now we do have a new contract for a public defender for the city, and we have. In the past, there has been a larger pool of rotating public defenders, and right now in Ogden City, the contract is out to a group called the Sentinel Law Group, and they have 2 primary attorneys right now, and they may have a third, but there's probably a half a dozen or a dozen in the region that might attend this training. It may even might attract attorneys who are at even in Davis County right now, but probably between Weber, Morgan. So it's not a huge pool, but it is unique training specifically for the public defenders that is not currently being offered. They can take general criminal law legal training, and that's required of them as well, but this would be unique to the area. Thanks. Okay.
Other questions?
You?
Sarah?
Chair White, I would make a motion then that we adopt proposed resolution 2017-21.
Second.
I have a motion by Vice Chair Heyer, second by Councilmember Garner. Sorry, didn't hear that. To adopt the proposed resolution 2017-21. This is a roll call vote.
Councilmember Blair,
Aye.
Councilmember Garner,
Aye.
Councilmember Nadolski,
Aye.
Councilmember Stevens,
Aye.
Vice Chair Heyer,
Aye.
Chair White.
Aye. That passes. All right. Next on the agenda is public comments. This is an opportunity to address the council regarding any concerns or ideas on any topic. If there's anyone that would like to address, please come up and state your name. You'll have 3 minutes.
Hi, I'm Pam Tingy. I've been homeless since March 2016, and I checked into the homeless shelter in March 2016, and I had a car. Now I've moved up to a motorhome, and now I have dreams of a restaurant. And I actually have the building for the restaurant. Elevations. It's the old Anthony Bar and Grill. And shoot, I have to read my paper and I forgot my glasses. Anyway, we are having like a karaoke party on Friday. We want to open it up for the homeless. We want to do things for the homeless. And so we want to have a party for them Friday after Thanksgiving. Shoot, this is bad. I have met a lot of these homeless people, and they are, they have disparity, and oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. I can't think of this. This is bad.
Do you want to borrow my glasses?
That's what I was going to ask. You need a pair? I was going to do the same thing.
Better. Okay. I have written a copy of this for you guys to read, so you can read it after I get done here. We have a member of the homeless, Skylar, who has been in trouble since he was 11, and we want to videotape him and interview him and get him out and let the people know who he is. In the homeless world, the people have to learn to manipulate a way of life to survive in a kill or kill bee world. I have lived their fears, their delusions, their hatred, despair, and hopelessness, and we will all be there one day. And the people who are not there now will come looking for the few people who need to teach them how to live on the street. In the homeless world, if you don't know your way around the street, they will stab you in the back, take your shiny shoes and throw you in the river. That's what they're being taught. They're being taught that by the greed and the selfishness of the college education. I would like to teach, as well as Skylar, Janae Francis, and Matthew Lee, these people how to learn prosperity, hope, and charity by opening up these homes, this a boarded up home on 31st Street, to teach them these programs. That's what we want to teach at the restaurant, the Revelations restaurant. After Thanksgiving, we want to do the karaoke party for them. And we're not asking for donations. We're kind of actually asking for eliminations. When you go to scrape your food off the plate into the garbage, think of the people who could use that. Buy a little extra for Thanksgiving or bring to-go boxes. I am so sorry. Here is a copy of the paper that I
You give that to Brittany.
wanted to. Here, you take that too. Thank you.
Thanks, Pam. Anyone else? No one else? All right. Comments from the mayor?
Got to refigure out how these buttons work, but as the Board of Canvas came together, I'd like to recognize and appreciate all those that were willing to put themselves out. Running an election, especially for your first time, is not an easy thing to do, as everybody knows. So congratulations to all those that were elected. And then I'd like to welcome everybody out for the phenomenal week of activities we have. Weber State is hosting the first national championship game they ever have in football. We've got the lights that are turning on, as Jay mentioned earlier, I think in the work session. We have over 6,000 hours that go into preparing the city square for that great celebration, and there's a lot that goes into that. And then we have a basketball game that night too that I unfortunately had to give my tickets away to somebody else and his grandchildren to attend. But come out. It's a phenomenal weekend. We appreciate all the work that's gone into this. And again, congratulations to everybody that's been willing to put themselves out there and engage in this dialogue. It's good to have you here.
I want to echo what the mayor said. There's a lot of things happening on the weekend, but especially the electric light parade. I think that it really starts the season that we're going into, and it's right after Thanksgiving on Saturday. So come and enjoy. There'll be many people down there. Then venture down to the amphitheater for a small program in the fireworks. And I'm sure that we've always witnessed the quality of the Christmas village that we have here in Ogden. It really sets the spirit of the season, and I hope that everyone enjoys the effort that has gone into making the Christmas village. Jay Lauder and his crew has done a tremendous job, as they always do, and there's tons of lights that are there. I'm sure our Christmas village has won several awards because of the work that is done in preparation for that event. Plus the volunteers. Jay mentioned the number of volunteer hours that have been performed in this, and it's just a community effort in doing that. And again, I want to wish Weber State all the success. I predict they'll win by 10 points, so you can secure that. So that's it.
Weber State, Weber State.
Great.
Well, I just hope you enjoy the one holiday where we get to eat our mascot. So go forth and...
Never heard a president quite that way before.
And I do appreciate the words of the mayor and the campaigns that are run. And it's always hard to put yourself out there. And incoming council member Jaberka, thank you for being here and listening and getting up to speed before you hit the ground. So, any other comment? Councilmember Nadolski?
Nothing to add other than now it's official to congratulate and welcome Councilwoman-elect Jaberka again.
All right. No other comment?
Sure, wait, I'll make a motion that we adjourn then.
Motion by Councilmember Garner, second by Councilmember Blair to adjourn. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that's a wrap of this one.